It's been 21 months since I first got the S21 Ultra, and in this video I wanted to share my long-term experience with this device. I have been using it every day, and despite being an almost 2-year-old device, the S21 Ultra still remains my favorite Samsung phone ever. When it comes to the build quality, the S21 Ultra still remains amazing. It has a unique design and still feels good in the hand. It is a heavy phone, and to me it always felt very premium. For the most part I used it with a case, and even though I love the matte black color, I noticed that it has a lot of scratches even with the case on. I was shocked when I saw that the text on the case has left some marks on the phone. If you don't want any scratches on your device, I would recommend you to get a skin, since the back of this phone is very soft. Other than that, I really love the design of the S21 Ultra. Since it is also IP rated, I used it many times for taking pictures while swimming, and to date I never had any problems with the water. Another area where the S21 Ultra shines is with the display. It has a big 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED display with a Quad HD resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. The display of the S21 Ultra is just amazing. It is very sharp and smooth with vibrant colors, and it gets very bright outside, even in direct sunlight. I never had any troubles on viewing content outside, since the brightness is plenty enough. I also watch a lot of movies and videos on this device, and doing that is just a joy. On the top it has a camera cutout that you will forget immediately, since it is very small and it doesn't get in the way. The S21 Ultra still remains my favorite device for media consumption, even though I have a lot of other phones. The always-on display feature is also present here and I love it. My S21 Ultra runs perfectly Android 12 with One UI 4, and I am eagerly awaiting for Android 13, since I know it will handle the new extra features easily. Nevertheless, the software experience with this device for me has been flawless. It never lags and it is very fast on doing everything. My unit is powered by the Exynos 2100, and it is actually still powerful. Sure, it can't be compared with newer iPhones, but when it comes to the Android world, the S21 Ultra is still great. I play many games on this phone, and it handles them perfectly. It comes with 128GB of base storage, which to me hasn't been enough. I find myself many times with the storage almost full, and the worst part is that it doesn't support microSD cards. The RAM on the other hand has been amazing. It has 12GB, and no matter how many apps you open, it will still keep them ready in the background. When it comes to the cameras, the Galaxy S21 Ultra is almost a complete package. I say almost because even though it has amazing cameras overall, it has some slight shortages that are worth mentioning. We start with the main camera, which is basically one of the best out there even 2 years later. It takes outstanding pictures in daylight and in low light. Pictures taken with this camera are on point every time. Normally it takes binned pictures at 12 megapixels, but you can use the full 108 megapixel mode for extra details. The ultra-wide camera is also one of the best in the industry. It too takes great pictures in daylight, and even in low light it delivers amazing results. It does also have autofocus, so it doubles as a macro camera too. The S21 Ultra has 2 zoom lenses, one of which is a 3x and the other a 10x. The 3x camera takes great pictures in daylight when using it for landscapes. I noticed, however, that sometimes when taking pictures of things that are close, it doesn't get activated when I command it. Instead, it zooms in digitally with its main camera. This happened to me many times, even when there was a lot of light. At night, it is almost impossible to take pictures with this camera, since it always requires more light. The 10x camera, on the other hand, is in a league of its own. Besides the S22 Ultra and the new Pixel 7 Pro, no other phone can come close to the S21 Ultra at this zoom range. During this time, this lens has been very helpful to me. At night, on the other hand, at this zoom range, the phone decides to use the 3x lens instead. And to me this has been frustrating, since like I said, the 3x doesn't get activated when I press it. The 10x gets activated, for example, when taking pictures of the moon. and it does an amazing job with it. The front camera has 40 megapixels, and the pictures it takes are sharp even when binned down at 10 megapixels. When using the full resolution, pictures it takes are some of the most detailed on any smartphone. It isn't the best when it comes to skin colors, but for details it is unmatched. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra can record videos up to 8K, but at this resolution it lacks stabilization. When recording at 4K, on the other hand, videos taken with this device are some of the best in the Android world. Videos are very sharp and the stabilization is incredible. This phone does also an amazing job with the focus, since it never misses the target. Overall, the cameras of the S21 Ultra are mostly amazing besides some small things I mentioned earlier. Another area where the S21 Ultra is to be praised is with audio. This phone has stereo speakers, and they are some of the loudest and clearest on any phone out there. The speakers of this device are even better than the ones found on the S22 Ultra. So far I only have been praising the S21 Ultra, but that's about to change because this phone doesn't have a good battery. The weakest point on this device is the battery life. It doesn't have terrible battery life, but it is far behind the likes of other phones at this capacity. I always find myself charging it twice or even 3 times a day. I am a heavy user, and the battery during this time has degraded a lot, but it never had a great battery life to begin with. This is the only complaint I have with the S21 Ultra, and I hope Samsung does something since even the S22 Ultra has a weak battery life just like this one. Charging is also very slow when comparing it with other devices. It takes more than 80 minutes to fully charge, and for me in late 2022 this is too slow. It does also have wireless charging, but that is even slower. On the other hand, the wireless power share feature has been very useful to me since I charge my watch on its back, even though it drains the battery of the phone a lot more than it charges the watch. When it comes to security, the S21 Ultra doesn't disappoint. First of all, the in-display fingerprint scanner found on this device is one of the fastest and most reliable ones. A face scanner is also present, and it too is very fast and reliable. It isn't as secure as Face ID, for example, but it is faster and I always use it. So what are my final thoughts about the S21 Ultra? And is it still worth buying in late 2022 or early 2023? 100% convinced I say yes. Its price has fallen quite a bit, and nowadays you can actually find it under $600 and in a great condition. For $600, no other phone can offer you as much as the S21 Ultra. Besides the weaker battery life, the S21 Ultra is great in every way. No phone is perfect, but if there is a device that goes near that term, that device is the S21 Ultra. If you did enjoy this video, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.